What's up, everyone, and welcome to JMD Puzzling. We are back here for episode 2 of the Teapot. We're going to start working on the guts. As you remember, the last time we did the outline. We're going to start working on the guts. I'm probably going to start. I kind of want to center around the pot as being the last thing, kind of similar to what I did with the Mount Rushmore. So we're more than likely going to try to work our edge areas as much as we can. I might concentrate on separating out the roses, along with separating out the tablecloth, maybe the chair. Just, kind of working our way to the center as much as I can, to try to make sure that the teapot is one of the last things that we do. Don't know how that will actually work out, but that's the idea here, I think. First it'll be probably separating out as much as I can, and then to try to differentiate colors and designs, since this, it's fairly variations in colors and shapes and items in the picture. So it should hopefully help us out, but as we always know, that you just never know. Sometimes when you are looking at a piece, you may feel like it looks like it's going to be here, but it might be way over there. So who knows? But we're going to do what we can and see how far we get. But let's get to it. Okay, this probably looks like a mess. And let me try to explain my mind and how I'm going here. Okay. As I was separating that out, I was trying to first focus on eliminating as much of the pot, or what I think may be the pot, off to separate itself. And then up here I have what I was thinking may be more the biscuits, the browns and stuff. Up here, these are the blacks, which I'm thinking potentially could be a lot of the seat and chair. This down here, what few that I could identify that might be the tablecloth, is down here. Not a lot there. I'm feeling a little uneasy about that. These are more of the kind of browny colors, is more greeny colors, greenish colors, and of course the rosy like colors, which could be some of which could be more just some of the green from the actual pots, potentially, or some of the rose from the pots. But as I was going along, I did start to feel a little overwhelmed, especially with the pot stuff, because it seems to be a significant part of this picture is pots, whether it's the main teapot in the middle, or the pot off to the side, or even the vase that the flowers are in. It kind of, there's a lot of those pieces, so I felt a little bit overwhelmed. So I stopped concentrating on the pot so much and concentrated more on the flowers, which I feel at this point is what I'm going to start with. Is trying to maneuver these pieces into the flowers up top and try to get that started. Maybe working a little bit on this top corner. So basically this top corner and this bottom corner, maybe I can start playing around a little bit with those pieces, to see what I can get right here on the board. And then we will little by little and see how far we get with this episode. I want to mainly at least concentrate the flowers for this episode. See if I can get that worked in. Maybe I'll even get some of the chair worked in. But we're going to see what we can do, and then we'll proceed into the others with other areas. So let's get to it. All right, so I think I found a fairly good stopping point. Um, it was tedious. It really was tedious. We did manage to get pretty much the majority of the rose section. What we have here is a piece of the vase that comes down, and the rose center for it, which I don't seem to be recognizing at the moment. I'm sure it's in here somewhere, but it just hasn't quite popped out to me. And so that's the only kind of oddball here in the center. But we've pretty much did all the roses up top. We threw together real quick at the end all the the little bottom section here. This section of stuff here, I'm pretty sure is this cup that goes into the spout of the teapot right there. So that's somewhere up in here. We got a decent amount. We got at least one solid section. Got a start of the bottom here. I think the next time I will more than likely start working on the The chair over here, which should be the majority of these pieces, will work the chair down, and then maybe even into, hopefully getting into the cup, so we can attach this, or either working the cup over to the side to attach that. So hopefully that will be our next section, is the chair to work in this cup. That's going to be my goal for part 3. But thank you very much for joining me, and this is going to be fun. It's very, like I said, very tedious. It's kind of hard to depict some pieces from others, because sometimes the colors, especially when they're, you know, big portions of the picture, or rather the picture being blown up, you know, it looks all nice here, but when you expand it to such a large format, it does start to distort a little bit some of the coloring, and so you can get mixed up. You can get mixed up on what piece is going where. But we were able to work it out, and ready for the next one. So thank you very much for joining me, and until next time, peace. JMD Puzzling, I am out.